Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a lesson for my unit on pumpkins, and I'm going to go right into the modeling section of the instruction because I'm pretending that we already did the anticipatory set and we did some dancing and got our wiggles out, and so hopefully we're ready to listen. And I'm pretending that yesterday we got pumpkins at the pumpkin patch. So I'll start my 10 minutes now. Hi kindergartners. So today we're going to take some measurements of the pumpkins that we got at the pumpkin patch yesterday. Remember how we talked about our pumpkins each being different? So our measurements that we take are going to show us just how different and unique and special each one of our pumpkins is, just like all of you. So there are 4 measurements we're going to take with a partner. So yes, I'm going to pair you up with a partner, and you're going to go back to your workstation, each with your own pumpkin, and you're going to take 4 measurements. And I'm going to show you how to do them now so that everybody knows what's going on. So I need everyone to get out your super sharp eagle eyes and your super sonic bat ears so that you can be ready to watch and listen, and so that you can understand exactly what we're doing. And who can tell me what happens if you have a question when Diane is talking? Yes, Emily. Oh, that's right. You raise your hand. Do we blurt out questions, or do we raise our hand and wait to be called on? That's right. So we wait to be called on, and we always get our questions answered. So I'm just going to move right into, here's my pumpkin, by the way. I'm going to move right into our first measurement. So in our KWL chart, we talked about measuring, and we talked about a term called height. And does everyone remember what height is? Yes, it means how tall or short something is. It's up and down. So our first measurement of our pumpkin is going to be height. And guess what we get to use? Diane's pretend Unifix cubes. Because in a real classroom we have real ones, but I just have pretend ones that I made out of Legos. So I'm going to stack my Unifix cubes, one on top of the other, to see how tall my pumpkin is. Now, how do I know when to stop stacking? It's when I get to where? To the top of my pumpkin. That's when I stop stacking them, and then I know how many it takes to make the height of my pumpkin. They're getting kind of crooked here. And one trick that I've learned with Unifix cubes is that if you stack a different color on top of each other, you'll always be able to tell more easily how many you have in your stack. So does this look taller or shorter than my pumpkin here? It looks a little bit taller. That one might be a little better. It's kind of in between, so I guess it's going to be up to me to tell how many it is. So I'm going to count how many Unifix cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's count those together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many Unifix cubes tall is my pumpkin? 6. So on your chart that I'm going to give you is a section. It's not going to be this big, but I made it big so that everyone can see it. Is a section to measure your height. And the first thing you do at the bottom is you put your name. I put my name, Miss Diane. And your partner will put his or her name here. And then you take a crayon, and you will pick your crayon ahead of time. And you're going to fill in how many Unifix cubes. And it doesn't have to be neat. Just kind of shade in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many did I have? Yeah, I had 6. So I'm going to shade in 6. And that's going to show how tall my pumpkin is. And then your partner is going to shade in his or hers, and that's going to tell how tall your partner's pumpkin is. Does that make sense? Does everybody understand? Give me a thumbs up if you understand. Any questions? Okay. So what if we're unsure and we're just not quite sure, you know, if we're doing it right, or if our cubes are straight, or if we have the right number? What can we do? Can we ask our partner to help? That's usually a pretty good plan. Yeah, so we can ask our partner to help. So our next measurement, I know we talked about this with our KWL chart, is called width. Can anyone remember what width is? Yes, Jason, width is how wide something is. So width, does width go up and down, or does width go side to side? Width is how wide something is. So the way we're going to measure width, I'm not sure if we could do this with Unifix cubes, so I thought of a different way. Everybody's going to have a super long string on their desk at their workstation. And what I want you to do is measure around the middle of your pumpkin. Now this can be kind of tricky and you may need a partner to help you. Hold it. So we're going to find the fattest part of our pumpkin right around his belly. Right around the pumpkin's belly. And we're going to make the string go all the way around. You're going to have to hold it with your finger and use your super safe scissors. And be careful when you cut. After you cut, what do you do with them? Do you drop them on the floor? You throw them across the room? No, we set them down on our desk gently. This is going to be how wide my pumpkin is, and I'm going to show you. If I wrap it around the belly of my pumpkin, the fattest part of my pumpkin, the ends meet. So that tells me exactly how wide around my pumpkin is, the circumference. So the width is the circumference of my pumpkin. Now, what if we have trouble holding our string? What can we do? Ask our partner to help. That's right. So here's the part of your worksheet that's going to measure the width or the circumference. And what I want you to do first is write your name. I forgot to write my name on here. But what we're going to do is on that big X, we're going to tape our string so that it just hangs down. It just dangles down. And we'll pretend this is Diane's pumpkin and Diane's partner is going to, oops, sorry, that's too high. Diane's partner is going to hang her string down here and then we can compare them later, okay? So this is going to measure the width of our pumpkin. Does everyone understand? Give me a thumbs up. Yep. Are there any questions? Is anyone confused? Okay. So we will try that when it's time to work. I'm starting to run out of time, so I'm going to move on a little bit quicker. The next one we're going to do, is the weight of our pumpkin. How heavy or how light it is. And who knows what this is called? A scale. This is just an ordinary bathroom scale. And when you weigh something, you set it on top of here and some numbers will come up. And when the numbers come up, that shows you how much your pumpkin weighs. So, oh yes, my pumpkin has a face. He's smiling at all of you. He's so happy to be weighed. So I'm going to put my pumpkin on here, but my scale's actually not working. So we're going to pretend that we see a number there that says 5.4. What does that mean? I want you to only look at the number before the dot. 5. So my pumpkin, my little guy, weighs 5 pounds. So again, I'm going to write my name on my sheet, Diane, and I'm going to find the number 5, and I can use my pencil or I can use my crayon. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to find the number 5, and I'm going to circle it. Number 5. My pumpkin weighs 5 pounds. Okay? Now the last measurement, really quick. This one's going to be super duper easy. We're going to count the number of vertical lines. Vertical means up and down. Here are the lines on our pumpkin. And a trick that I thought of so that you don't lose your place is the line that you start on, make a little mark with your marker at your desk. See, I made a little mark on one of the lines. That way I know where I started and I don't count the same lines over and over again. So let's see if we can count. Will you help me count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then I'm back to the mark, so I know not to count that one, okay? So now I have 11 lines. I'm going to go to my chart where it says lines. I'm going to write my name, and then I'm going to fill in all of the numbers up to the number 11. So I'm going to fill in all through here to make a graph all the way up to here's my number 11, okay? So really quick, I'm just going to do that just to show you what it looks like. And then your partner Did that even show up? Yeah, that showed up. And then your partner would do the one underneath. And then when we come back to circle time, when we're all done measuring our pumpkins, we're going to compare our pumpkin to our partner's pumpkin. And we're going to see if they're the same or if they're different or if one's bigger or one's smaller. There are lots of comparisons that we can make, but today, to start with, we're only going to do 4 measurements. So I need everyone to give me a thumbs up if you understand all of those directions. How many measurements are we doing? We're doing 4. That's right. So everyone, I'm just going to check really quick and make sure I haven't forgotten something, because you know sometimes teachers do that. If you need help counting or if you lose your place, what can you do? Ask your partner, start all over, raise your hand, and Miss Diane will come and help you. Okay, so I want everyone to actually stay put. I'm going to tell you who your partner is, and then I'm going to dismiss you back to your workstations and have you grab your pumpkins, and we're going to get started. Thanks.